Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another Cold War zombies slash outbreak video. So it looks like Treyarch put a Gorod Krovi Easter egg. Nothing major. I don't think it's going to lead to any future storyline stuff. Just probably a little nod to Black Ops 3 Gorod Krovi. And if you're not familiar with it, it's a map that took place in Stalingrad, Russia, I believe. And it had dragons in it, and you had to fight Nikolai or Ultimus Nikolai at the end. You also had to fight the dragon at the end. So in that map, and especially more specific the trailer, I don't know if it was like a music Easter egg, but it definitely was in the intro cutscene and maybe the trailer itself. The song that plays is called Ace of Spades, and it's by Motorhead. It's a song that probably came out, I believe, in the 70s or 80s. And again, like I said, in the beginning of the Gorod Krovi cutscene that came out July 11th, 2016, in that song, they're falling or teleporting in to Stalingrad, and they have to kind of capture Ultimus Nikolai's soul to bring it to the house in Argartha, if I got if I got the storyline right. Again, it was a song by Motorhead, Ace of Spades. They're probably, I don't know if it had anything. Maybe sometimes Treyarch tries to tie up loose ends and say, hey, maybe you missed this Easter egg, go back and look at it. So it could be something like that. I know I did Google really quickly, and I probably should have had it in here. I think Ace of Spades just means like the ultimate villain, so maybe that's hinting at the accursed one, or something like that. That's the only thing I can come across. I guess maybe when we find out what we're gonna get in Outbreak and the rest of Cold War, maybe it'll make sense. I'm like, oh, that was an Easter egg for that. So what the Easter egg is, after giving a little bit of a backstory, again, it was a Black Ops 3 DLC 3, I believe, zombies map taking place in Russia, Stalingrad, Russia, and we have to save Nikolai's soul or take Nikolai's soul. So if you go into Cold War, and you get the new shovel and you pack a punch, it's called Ace of Spades. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's a cool little nod to the Easter egg song. Maybe it's a hint to something coming down the road. I thought, I mean, this isn't theory, so I know none of this would ever happen. So I don't want people to, because I know with the zombies community, everybody wants their theory to be right. Everybody wants to be heard. This isn't a theory. It's just something that if I was making a game where I wish would be cool, but I know, again, people would complain about it. It would be cool to go back to some of those old maps, and I was like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if, like, Victus or Samantha go to, like, instead of Stalingrad and just going back to Gorod Krovi, you go back to, like you almost have, like, the Broken Earth Chronicles would be kind of cool, where, like, instead of just going back to the maps, having them remastered and look 4K or 5K or whatever, or even 6K, have it just like a whole different story, or never, almost like another dimension maybe, and have it like a Broken Earth Chronicles where the maps are kind of like different, maybe a little bit, not really, but tougher, because I know that would cause problems. But Broken Earth, like transit style, where there's lava, have more dimension to it. I know it would be tough to do that because of zombie YouTubers and content creators. If there's lava all over the place, you know, they're not gonna like that. But I thought it would be cool if we have like what's called a Broken Earth Chronicles, and it just follows Victus, Samantha, Requiem, maybe other crews or something like that, and you go back to some of those older maps. I thought that'd be kind of cool. I know it's just a nod or a cool little Easter egg. Maybe because I know in World War II and World War I, there was a lot of shovels that you had to dig like trenches and foxholes in World War I and World War II. So it's probably just like, hey, it's a nod to Gorod Krovi that took place in World War II. The soldiers had to dig trenches and foxholes, I believe they call it. So you hide from the enemy and stuff like that, or you're kind of almost head glitching, where you can shoot out of a hole and you don't really see much. You just see your little head or your eyes, and you can kind of take the enemy by surprise. I think it's just a little bit of a nod to that. I don't even know what the Unpack-a-Punched version is called. I just happened to notice this yesterday, that it's called Ace of Spades. I'm like, hey, that was a song from Gorod Krovi. But at the same time, I know it's just a little Easter egg, paying respects to the older maps. Unless Zombie Chronicles 2 is going to have Stalingrad, I just kind of hope it's a different version of Stalingrad. Or like I would call it like a Broken Earth Stalingrad, where Victus is kind of maybe retracing the steps of Primus and Ultimus or something like that. Maybe they somehow get sent back to Ether and they go back to those maps, or it's just another dimension, or we get Victus in another version, another like dimension, maybe in one dimension that we play through, or one of the universes that they actually die and tag their totem, but in this universe they're still in the transit universe, whatever, Broken Earth universe, and they're wandering to different maps and maybe come across some of the old characters and stuff like that. That I thought would be kind of a cool thing to do. If this was an Easter egg for what's coming, again, I don't think it is. And it's me deciding that, hey, I don't think it's an Easter egg, rather than I know sometimes the zombie YouTubers, they don't want to put themselves out on a limb. I don't think it is, but it would be kind of cool, and like again, in the same way, saying if we get like a Broken Earth Chronicles, or maybe doesn't even really have to be like a map. Maybe just like a story, or some clips and stuff like that would be kind of cool to see what Victus has been up to, or something like that. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Again, just to recap, if you go and play the Gorod Krovi intro cutscene / trailer from 2016, the song that's playing in it is Ace of Spades by Motorhead, and just thought that was pretty cool since it references like World War II, maybe Gorod Krovi. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.